Yo. Hey everybody. Another YouTube video with a nice day in Seattle to boot. So today I'm going to do my first product review. And it's going to be on this beautiful thing, the HJC RPHA 70 model helmet with the Wolverine Marvel branding. I think it's an absolutely badass helmet. I mean, granted, helmets are very much personal preference, but I'm super stoked. I have about 100 miles on it. So what I wanted to do is just do a review for anybody considering it, tell you what I like and don't like. I'm going to compare it to daily driver helmet, which is a Shuberth C3 Pro. The first helmet I've ever bought. When I bought my Harley, my dad has been riding for, I don't know, over 35 years. He's an instructor, very experienced, has owned a lot of different bikes, including his current Road Glide. He was like, this is the helmet you need to get. And he's a wise man, so I did that. But now that I'm older and wiser and kind of finding out what I like and don't like, I still love the Shuberth helmet. It's a great helmet, modular. I wanted to get something that was just different, you know, kind of have a variety of helmets and I can wear based on how I'm feeling or the ride conditions, you know, hot, cold, whatever. And so I had my eyes on this and I pulled the trigger. It's just a really nice helmet. So a couple things about the helmet. As I mentioned, I got an extra large and my head size from doing the measurements, I actually should be a large, and it's a perfect fit, perfect fit. It definitely feels different than my Shuberth, and I'll give you the pros and cons of that. But just keep in mind when you do your size, I think, you know, at least for me, though I measured a large, I still went with the extra large and it was a good fit. So it is, it's a full face helmet, unlike my Shuberth, which is a modular design. So this actually comes up. Modular, see? Whereas this is not modular, so all around. My first full face helmet, I have 3 helmets. I have a Bell sort of half helmet with a face guard on it. And I usually wear that during hot weather. So yeah, I have 100 miles on this. My initial impressions is it fits really well. It's really comfortable. It's incredibly comfortable. I actually feel like I can breathe better in this when compared to the Shuberth. You do have this inlet here for air, which is really easy. You have air inlets at the top. This is, you can set it different settings. And so it's been pretty warm around here in Seattle, mid 70s, high 70s. And so I've been riding around with this and it honestly has kept me pretty cool. Obviously the visor comes up. Now this is probably my one complaint about it. On the visor, which is nice, it's nice looking and it moves up pretty easily, is to flip the visor up, you only have this kind of very small catch lever right here to do it. So unlike my Shuberth, if you look, you actually have catches on the side that are a little bit longer. So when I'm riding, it's really easy, one hand, just bam, and make it go down. And then when I was riding with this helmet, the HJC, I kind of instinctively would do the same, but I was like, oh wait, where is it? I can't lift it up, and it's in the middle. That's probably my one if I could recommend they make a change to it, is have sort of the plastic come out a little bit here, or the acrylic, whatever the shield is made out of. So it's a little bit easier to pull up instead of always having to find the middle. Because I found myself when I was writing, sometimes I was like trying to hit it and I was like, gosh dang it, where do I find it? And I'm like, oh, there it is. It does have a sun guard that comes down pretty well, just like my Shuberth. I was able to, I usually wear with sunglasses, and so, you know, put on the sunglasses, it's still a comfortable fit. The color scheme, I just love it. Now, it kind of looks like a helmet that you would see on someone riding a metric or a, you know, a crotch rocket. Not necessarily a Harley look, but you know, frankly, I don't care. It's like, does it look good to me? You know, I try not to really care what other people think, and I like it for a number of reasons. One, Wolverine. I'm a big comic book fan, Wolverine fan. Now my username is WolverineHusky, but it's not for Wolverine the character. It's because Wolverine is University of Michigan Wolverines. I'm a graduate. And the Husky is for University of Washington, and I'm also a graduate of there. But I still like the character Wolverine. One of my prized possessions is a giant size X-Men #1 that I think I bought many years ago with tax return proceeds when you were young. Yeah, I love that you got the claws, the Wolverine claws. And then you got the eyes. And then I really like the color scheme. The color scheme really works for me. So you got, you know, blue and sort of this fluorescent green, yellow. And the blue actually matches my bike. It's almost like the exact same color as my bike, my Harley. And I like the fluorescent green because it just makes you visible. I try to, I'm a cautious writer, I can admit it. I'm not trying to be some crazy badass with the, you know, all decked out in leather, wearing all blacked out bike. Not that there's anything wrong with it. If that's your style, more power to you, but that's just not really me. And so I like this because it's colorful, and I think people will be able to spot me easy. Heck, even the Marvel logo on the back is a little loud. It came in this bag, which is nice. I like the Marvel branded helmet bag. Granted, I display my helmets, but if I'm ever like traveling and need to pack an extra helmet, got a nice bag to do that. As I said, it has a good feel. It keeps my head cool. And one thing, another bonus that I like over the Shuberth is with this visor, when you lift it up, it actually stays pretty stable up to 40, 45 miles an hour. Whereas on my Shuberth, you know, I have it up and I go, let's say 30, and this thing starts to shake, rattle, and it might even come down. Where I've been really pleasantly surprised with this visor. So when it's warm or hot, I can lift it up and still ride. I do a lot of commuting in my on my bike. So a lot of low speed under 45 miles an hour. And so on a warm day, this visor is actually nice, and then I can lift it up and not worry about it flying off or shaking or just coming down abruptly. So +1 on that. It seems a little smaller, the shell, than the Shuberth. One thing I notice is like when I turn to do a lane check, you know, sometimes the front of my Shuberth might hit my shoulder a little bit when I'm doing a really emphasized turnaround to see if anybody's in the next lane or behind me. Whereas this one, I feel like it's a little bit more compact. I haven't, you know, taken out the tape measure and all that and measured it, but it feels a little bit more compact, but it still feels, you know, perfect in terms of the size. The one thing I have noticed though is these cheek pads right here. You probably can't see them because I got poor light. I was too lazy to bring my extra light up here for this video. it's secure and comfortable, but I actually, while I was riding, I was basically just talking to myself, you know, kind of practicing in terms of whether I'd put my GoPro on here and use this for any of my ride videos. And it definitely kind of presses my cheek in. It made it harder to talk. I think I kind of chewed on my inside of my cheek a little bit, and I was like, that might be an issue. Now, I've seen other videos where they said you can replace these cheek pads and get thinner ones, so I might do that. It's still comfortable stock out the box, but that was one thing I noticed. A lot of venting, which is nice. This is cool. The on the back of the paint job, just the way they did it, it looks like it's like textured. You know, you got the claws, and then you got this kind of copper bronze underneath it. It looks like someone Wolverine literally scratched the helmet, which I think is pretty cool. It's light. It's really light. It has to be lighter than my Shuberth. It has to be. And it's held up well. I mean, I don't know if it's placebo effect where I'm like, it's so aerodynamic, I'm just cutting through the wind, but you just feel good with it on. The head is stable. You're getting air through all the inlets. I just feel like I can really breathe better. Like when I'm breathing, it just doesn't feel so constricted. The Shuberth is a great helmet, by the way. I actually love this helmet. It looks good. It's simple. It's heavy duty. I like it, but I think this is going to be my best helmet. I'm really thinking about getting some other Marvel branded helmets from HJC because I'm just so happy with this one. It does come with a protective lining that you can put on the front of the visor. I desperately need to do that. I've already dropped this helmet once. But yeah. Inside, again, I don't have very good lighting. Let's see if I can. But a lot of good padding. I haven't tried to take the visor off. I've heard online that this one, it's not too difficult, so we'll just see how it goes. Oh, well, no, I just noticed these, but I don't know if that's actually used to pull the visor up. So yeah, I think for what I paid, about $370 on sale. I have no complaints. HJC also has like a Deadpool helmet, a Spider-Man helmet, Captain America. They also have DC branded ones, so Batman. So yeah, I might get another one, save up those pennies and pull the trigger. But for now, this is probably going to be my daily driver helmet. DOT certified, which is what you would expect, full face. So probably a little bit safer than a modular. But yeah, this just feels good. Looks good. So yeah, hopefully this video kind of helped you in your quest to make a decision on whether or not you get this helmet, or if you just like looking at cool helmets. I hope you enjoyed. Post a comment if you have any questions. Happy to answer. If you like the video, give it a like. If you like the content, subscribe. I'm going to try to do a video at least once a week on computers, equipment, my motorcycle, for reviews purposes. I'm not on social media. I'm a retired Facebook narcissist, and so really my only outlet to kind of share my ideas and views is on YouTube. So as the dog barks, that probably means it's time to end the video. So again, hope you enjoyed it, and until the next time.